Hello and welcome to the Cave of Creation, and the last in this series of videos running through how to use the Heroforge software for character creation. We've already gone through, created our character's species, head, body, put clothing on him, equipped him, created his stage, posed him, coloured him, so now we're ready to export. First thing I'm going to do at this point is something I didn't cover earlier, save. So if we come down to Save As, this is only an option if you have a pro subscription. And save as Lovecraftian Inventor. Now that's saved and I can come back to it at any point. So we've got that, we've done everything. One thing I'm going to show that I didn't show in the last video now is a quick way just to really add some interest and some life to your character. I'm not doing it for this one because I want him clean. As you see, I've got that bright red stain that goes over his body. And then if I select one of these, he becomes more dusty or dirty than he was. Actually, no, I am going to keep that because I quite like it. I frequently add this onto my characters, but it shows that he's been through working and doing things. Is that the one I want? I'm going to go with that one. It's a bit more subtle. That's quite a common thing that I'll do. So, exporting. Booth. Now, a number of the options in here come with the pro subscription. The token, the portrait, the scene. So, sorry about that. I'm going to lift him up. Transparent background is always useful. It exports as a PNG if you want to put it into something else. In the case of this, I don't. So I'm going to select black, as there isn't really a solid colour option. Colour, open it up so I can select all three. And it just gives me a nice black background so I can see what I'm going to work with for the next options. You can see the light that I put in the last bit is already there, but within this I've also got my own environmental light. So you've got options on your background, none, environment. I can hide the base. I've already hidden the ground from Heroforge. Nose itches. I'm sure you really wanted to know that. So, colour. I want to make it nighttime, so I'm going to go with what's kind of steel blue. I'm going to rotate the sun behind him and lift it. What that does is it gives him more definition as he's lit from behind and there's a bit of black light in there. Then you've got ambient light. So again, blue for nighttime. You turn that all the way off. Suddenly you can see you're not getting that much from the mystical light I put over here, because actually I've overridden it with that. So if I intensify the blue, but I'm actually going to bring just a little bit of light in, just so I can start picking up the weird elements from this side. And what I might want to do with that is take out some of that blue down to about there. Blue is good for pure dark. Or do I want, in this case, to make it warm? Dull it down a bit more. This is just a case of fiddling. So there you can see you've got light that might be coming from a window. And it doesn't need to be from behind. What I could do, just to make it slightly more interesting, is run it round to there. creates a little bit of uplift. I'm going to back a bit, I think. It's a little too... just start creeping up on his face. There we go. But you're still getting the backlight effect of giving him that more 3D element. One other thing I didn't do in colour, so I'm going to come back and do that. Go to mix, select my green skin and make it glow a bit. So that will make these pop out. Go a very small amount, mid-range amount. They're not generating light, so I could go back to colour, reselect, go crazy, and do that. Just to show you. Yeah, it's not doing too badly. I might leave that like that. But what that means I can hopefully do is darken that bit, and you can see more of those because they're lit by themselves. Just going to check I did that correctly, because yeah, that has been set to glowing all the way. It's always worth coming in and just having a tweak and a feel. So there we go. Just realised I forgot to go down to the computer. There we go. So starting off there, capture options. Quality spinning mini GIF. Spinning mini GIF is just a smaller thing. So I'm going to click this, then I'm going to accelerate this because this takes quite a while to go. And it will create a GIF that spins, as you'll see in a moment. There you go. That's what you come up with. Note that for spinny GIFs, transparent backgrounds are not supported. Now I'm just going to click download and save it. The other thing to be aware of is while that's working, do not click away from the web page. Possibly, if it's in a tab, pull out that tab and have that tab running independently, because otherwise the second you click away, it stops working and you'll go back to it and then it'll start again. So, done. Capture 2048, various sizes you can capture portraits at. Download, save. Tokens, suddenly you get a lot of portrait frames available. You can add backgrounds if you want. High tech, more spooky. You can control that individually. This is all presets. Camera, do you want it to be portrait, top down? You don't even have to have a frame around it. Ground shadow only really comes in with the top down or portrait. Frame. So let's get rid of that frame and work it the way I normally would. For a character portrait. This is what I tend to use in games far more than top down. It's easier to see who the character is. I'm going to switch to a slightly larger frame. Background, I generally stick with that. I then tend to run it through Photoshop to give it a more portrait type feel. On this case, I'm not tweaking any of the colours. I can change the colour of the frame, the colour of the background, but I am going to tweak the environment again and go back to my steel blue, rotate it around to there, boost the intensity a little, come down here, make it warm, put the colour in so it comes over there, and there goes the phone. One moment. Just what you want in the middle of recording a video, a spam call. So, where were we? We've done that, we've created him, we've done the light, capture, again, 2048. You may choose to make it smaller. I like my masters to be large, then I can always shrink them later. And save that. Close that. I'm going to save again because that will save the lighting effects I did. So that's how you export tokens, and that comes as part of the Pro package, the cheaper of the two, which is enabling you to export as many of those as you like. You can create as many, you can save your characters, you can save individual paints you create. So that's the base subscription, which is I think about $3 a month. The other subscription, which includes that, varies depending on how many minis you want. I've gone for the biggest one, which comes to about $180 a year and gives me 60 minis a year. And that's their main, and that's 60 STL files, I must add, not actual printed miniatures. So if we switch out and have a look in here, ignore the dice to the side. Minis, you can buy plastic, coloured plastic, standees, metals, if you're feeling very rich, STL files, digital download, or then you've got nylon if you really want something that's going to last. Anything outside of the digital downloads that has XL will cost more. Packs are just pre-created packs of minis. There's a new one every month that comes out on the first of the month, and if you have the STL subscription, you get it for free. Dice, if you choose you want to buy dice from them, you've got 3 different dice types you can buy, and you can choose whatever colour you want. Gift cards, what it says on the tin, and digital credits are the credits for downloads. So you can buy these individually, or I could go and for 60 credits, it's $180. So that's the same as my main subscription. But if you think for 5 credits, it's $20. So that's considerably more expensive. Because that's what, 50 credits for $200. And those are your subscription options. I haven't bought any of their printed minis, so I can't qualify on that part, but I have purchased and printed several of their minis, and they are amazing. So what I will be doing is I will be purchasing this mini as a STL file, and one of your options is to split it in 2, which I always do. So you'll have the character and then you'll have the base separately. It makes printing it easier, and it means if you need to, you can get to harder to paint areas. But we'll look at that in a future video. Until then, that's Heroforge. That's how you create a mini. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you watched the other videos. They'll all be in the link, as will a link to this mini on Heroforge. It will also be, if you're a subscriber, in my community section. So if you've liked this, please click like, please click subscribe. If there's anything more you'd want to know, ask in the comments. Any questions about Heroforge, come onto Discord, come into Facebook, show us your creations. I'd love to see them. If there's anything you'd like to see me create and then put into one of the shorts, which of course means the mini will be available, ask and I'll see what I can do. But until then, bye for now.